I have authored 28 comic books of stories. I write the stories and then various artists render them, and they're all autobiographical in nature. I've probably worked with over 100 different artists. And it started out as a kind of an accident. I was working at the Rocket. I was one of the editors, music magazine, free monthly music magazine in Seattle. And a couple of different artists liked a couple of stories that I would tell when we'd be drinking, and they wanted to make them into cartoons. So after 2 or 3 such stories were made into cartoon format, Jim Woodring, a local cartoonist, suggested that I put out a comic book of them. So I asked Fantagraphics, a local comic book maker, if they wanted to be involved, and they said, yeah, sure. And that's how it got started. I really only expected to do 1 issue, and actually I didn't really care for it to be autobiographical. It just happened these were true stories that had happened to me, and that's what I was telling these cartoonists, you know. If I had it to do over again, I'd probably do it a different way and do it with characters, cartoon characters or something, you know, create a whole story world. But I didn't, and so I kind of got lumped into the so-called autobio or confessional comic book genre, which kind of started with Robert Crumb and continued with Harvey Pekar, who, you know, rose to fame partially because Crumb rendered some of Harvey's stories, and then there's several others besides me that work in that field, people like Joe Matt and Robert Crabb, and God, there's got to be Mary Fleener. There's probably 30 or 40 auteurs, most of them cartoonists, who have done autobiographical stuff. There's only a handful, like me and Harvey Pekar and maybe David Greenberger and a couple others who've had people draw their life experiences out that way sequentially. But I don't know, I'm plagued with people not believing that these stories are true, but that's okay. I could probably prove 90% of them are true if I tried real hard, and the 10% of it I can't prove, you just have to take my word for it, you know. It doesn't matter too much anyhow. But I don't know, I think I could take a lie detector test and pass it about it.